Preparing for new knowledge. Are you ready for some heavy stuff? For some deep thinking? Something new? Are you ready for the challenge? Your mind may not be ready for it because this new knowledge might have to override what you currently think. And you may not be willing to let that happen. There's a process, a certain preparation, a learning curve that takes time. Imagine telling someone who has not learned modern science that the sun does not rise nor set, that it is the earth that is spinning, and that appears as sunrise and sunset. How will they react to your statement? They see the sun rising in the morning, and they see it setting in the evening, and they don't feel like the earth is spinning. So without preparing them with some basic knowledge, how will you be able to convince them that the sun does not rise, nor the sun does not set? Science says that we are hardwired for thinking mostly about survival and not thinking too deeply about other things. And we only think deeply when the threats of survival are removed. We spend a lot of time doing things for our survival and security. This is called artha in Sanskrit. And once we feel a bit comfortable or secure in our everyday life, then we start looking for pleasures and entertainment, and that is called kama in Sanskrit. And only when we step aside from these two modes of behavior and we are relaxed, then we can think and understand more about ethics, morality, equality, or acceptance of diversity. Only then we can think or do something helpful for others or try to live in harmony with those who are different from us. This is called dharma in Sanskrit. But there is more. Even after engaging in a life of artha, kama, and dharma for some time, people realize that they are not happy. Even though they have become successful, famous, and accomplished a lot, happiness and fulfillment still eludes them. See the news for the rich and famous who destroyed their lives to your surprise. You thought they had it all. At this stage, you might ponder on the profound questions of life. What is the purpose of my life? Is it just to enjoy eating, sleeping, procreating, and constantly looking for new pleasures? Well, the animals do that also. So how are you different from them? I am sure you consider yourself more evolved, more civilized, and more sophisticated than the animals. But your life is not much different from the animals that you consider lesser. You enjoy the same pleasures that they are enjoying, and you are seeking the same things that they are seeking, not literally speaking, of course. So at this stage, you might ask the question, is there a creator of this universe? Is there a supreme being higher than us? Is there a God? And why a God and not a goddess? And I don't mean believing in God as you have been believing in God since your childhood because your priest said so and because your parents told you to believe. I mean really thinking, analyzing if there is a God, then what is the nature of this God? Is this God male or female or new to gender? Does he or she have a form, or is he or she formless? Where does this God live? I haven't seen him or her, and no one else around me has seen this God. You might even question why there is so much suffering. Why God hasn't done anything about it if there is a God and he's kind and merciful? Is he a cruel and unjust God? Some people are suffering for apparently no fault of their own, while some people are very fortunate without doing anything to achieve that. The world might seem unfair without any justice, when you begin to ponder these questions. At this stage, you might ask the question, who am I? Am I just this physical body and mind combination? What happens after this body dies? Do I continue to exist in another form or in a new dimension? You might wonder, why was I born? Why at this time and not at a better time in history? Why was I not born in a wealthy or powerful family? These are all wonderful questions, but not everyone has them. It takes a mature mind to ask these questions. Most people are just too busy working to pay bills, followed by a little entertainment and barely enough sleep before they have to go back to work again. They don't have time for such questions. Their lives seem to be programmed just like the animals. Take a few minutes away from your busy life and think about these questions. See what answers you come up with. You might even find that you would rather not think about these questions. You may have accepted your life as it is, and you might have resolved, that's the way it is, and then you die. But I encourage you to think about these questions, and we will continue this conversation later. Let's think and see what we come up with. Until next time, be good, do good, keep a smile on your face. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and share this video with your friends.